I'm checking into one of Bangkok's top luxury hotels. In fact, this hotel has been ranked the #1 hotel, not just in Bangkok, but in the whole of Southeast Asia, and was even ranked as the 24th best hotel in the entire world. In this video, I'll show you what it's actually like to stay here, including why it's considered one of the best hotels in the world, show you why it's a surprisingly affordable option for luxury travel, and look at things like cost, location, facilities, and service to answer the big question: is it actually worth it to stay somewhere like this? Let's now go take a look at what makes this hotel so special. The first thing you'll realize as you enter this hotel is how carefully designed it is. This is easily one of the most beautiful hotels I've ever stayed in. It calls itself Bangkok's urban oasis, and it's easy to see why. As soon as you step in, you're transported away from the chaos of the big city. You can't hear the roar of the Bangkok traffic here, and you're not going to be hassled to get into a tuk-tuk as soon as you step outside your room. This isn't a big hotel. It's a low-rise building which makes it really stand out to the rest of the city's towering skyline. One thing that really sets the place apart is the design. Instead of some towering high-rise, the hotel is made up of elegant low-rise buildings spread out across lush gardens. As you wander through the stone walkways, you'll pass tranquil lotus ponds, shady courtyards, and the kind of greenery you just didn't expect in Bangkok. It almost feels like you've stumbled into a secret garden. What I love most is how they've woven the traditional Thai architecture into the look of the hotel. Some of the buildings even remind me of classic Thai temples with their beautifully carved pointed roofs. So where is it that I'm actually staying? Well, this is the Sukhothai Hotel Bangkok, and it's one of the most beautiful hotels in the city. One of the things I think makes this place stand out compared to other hotels in the city is how far removed it feels away from like the craziness of the city. It feels like you're almost like on holiday in somewhere much more peaceful and relaxing than actually Bangkok, but you still are pretty close to some of the other major landmarks in the city. It's named after the ancient capital of Sukhothai, which is one of the most important places in Thai history and culture. And you can see like the style here is reflected in the curved pointed roofs that almost resemble temples. But let's now take a look at the hotel rooms and see if it lives up to the price tag. This was hands down the biggest hotel room I've ever stayed in. We were lucky enough to get upgraded to one of the executive rooms, and it was absolutely massive. The bed was super comfy, as you'd expect from a hotel at this level. But what surprised me was the extra space. We basically had a full living room right there in the bedroom, complete with a giant TV, which we never actually touched. Honestly, in the past, I couldn't ever imagine needing this much space, but now that I'm traveling with a baby, it's a game changer. There's room to spread out, set up the crib, and not constantly trip over each other. And somehow, the bathroom was even bigger. So I've got to say this is one of the better pools that I've ever seen in any hotel in Bangkok. Usually Bangkok hotels are on the rooftop, so they're much smaller than this. This one has a much larger area and is a much larger pool for swimming in. What I like most about it is the garden area that surrounds it. We've got cabin over there, and it's a really big cabin and comfortable area to sit. And you can see here the Bangkok skyline kind of contrasts with the nice garden, and then you get the skyline in the background. But what about the food? The evening before, we had eaten at the hotel's La Scala restaurant, which is a stunning fine dining Italian Mediterranean restaurant that is recognized by the Michelin Guide as being one of the best in the city. I don't usually actually like eating at hotel restaurants, as I prefer to get out and explore the city, but this restaurant was worth breaking that rule for, as it's one of the best meals I've had in Bangkok. And if you prefer to eat actual Thai food whilst in Thailand, they also have another restaurant called Celadon, which is similarly highly rated, focusing on Thai specialities. But it's not just the hotel itself that matters here. Let's take a look at the location and decide if it's actually worth staying here. By far, the closest major landmark to the Sukhothai is here, Lumpini Park. Now, Lumpini Park is the biggest open green space in the heart of Bangkok. It's by far the biggest park. But I think the main reason to visit here is actually home to one of the city's most interesting residents, which is the monitor lizard. You can see monitor lizards here all over the place, and it's a really quite unique site in the middle of Bangkok. The monitor lizards here can grow up to about 6 foot long. You can see this guy here is a little less than that. He's around 4 feet. But they're just everywhere in this park, and it's one of the most unique sights you could see in the whole of Bangkok. So come, bring your camera, don't get too close. Additionally, not too far away from Sukhothai, and ironically kind of because it's considered the oasis away from everything, is Pat Pong Night Market and Pat Pong, which is one of the most debaucherous areas of the city. So even though it is the urban oasis and isn't far away from everything, you're only about a 15-20 minute walk from one of the wildest areas of Bangkok. Now, this is a family trip, so I'm not going to head there tonight, but you can check it out if you want to, if you stay here.
That being said, no matter where you stay in Bangkok, you're always going to be presented with a challenge, and that challenge is getting around. Now, no matter where you stay, if you're looking to explore the whole of Bangkok and see different areas of it, you're always going to have to travel because the city is so huge. But actually, this hotel is in quite a convenient location in that sense, because right behind me is Lumpini MRT. Now, if you go 2 or 3 stops one way, you end up at Sok, which is the heart of the Sukhumvit area. This is the biggest area for downtown, and it's got the best restaurants, it's got the best sky bars, and it's also got some of the best nightlife. If you go in the other direction, you end up in Chinatown, which is the best area to explore the city's temples and street food crop. Go 1 or 2 steps more and you end up at the riverside, like places like Wat Arun and the Grand Palace. So you can easily explore some of the biggest landmarks with a short ride and in both directions. So in that sense, it actually is in quite a convenient location, if not having everything around it, even though it doesn't have like everything on its doorstep.
So what does it cost to stay here? Prices start at this hotel from around 7,000 baht per night, which is around $230 and ranging up to around 44,000 baht per night, which is around $1,300. And honestly, if you can get it at the lower price point, that's an absolute steal. Some of the other hotels in the city that are also considered the best, like the Mandarin Oriental, Peninsula, or Capella, start at around $600 or $700 per night, which is much higher than this. So whilst it isn't cheap, it is actually very good value for money, especially when you consider the awards it's won.
Is it really worth it to stay here, and who should stay here?
Well, that depends. If you're the kind of person who enjoys staying in beautifully designed luxury hotels without spending thousands of dollars, then this could be for you. If you're at all intimidated by or just can't be bothered with the chaos of Bangkok and are okay traveling a short distance to experience the city's best landmarks, then this works perfectly. It's a great place to unwind after exploring the city for the day. And it's also a great romantic setting for honeymooners or romantic getaways. But if you're looking to be a bit closer to the action, or if you're looking for somewhere a bit livelier, then you might actually want to pick somewhere else. Personally, I think first-time visitors of the city might not enjoy it because they will want to be outside experiencing the city all day. But if you're a first-time visitor to Thailand, check out this video here to find out how you could spend 2 weeks in the country with a day-by-day breakdown for each day.